Good morning, my dear listeners. This is AV Speaks. Signing in for another episode of AV's Musings. Softly spoken, deeply felt. A creative haven where tiny snippets of my expression take audible form, pleasing your ears, touching your heart, and resonating with your soul. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, they say. But how true is that? How long can someone stay strong, wearing a brave face in the midst of life's relentless struggles? What happens when a person is pushed to their absolute limit? Do they give in to the pressure, seeking an easy escape? Or do they persevere, holding on to their values? In difficult times, we often face choices that shape our future, decisions made in desperation, sometimes at the cost of our own principles. Today's story explores such a moment, a test of character, resilience, and the unexpected power of human kindness. Zach stood there in the dark, staring at the wooden chest and breathing heavily. His heart pounded in his chest, and drops of sweat lined his forehead as he stood there lost in thought. It is not going to be a big deal. The old man would lament for a few days and eventually forget what happened, he thought to himself. He had broken into Ben's house at midnight, knowing that the old man was out of town for a couple of days. The last few months had been a struggle for Zach. He had lost his job and was striving hard to make ends meet. He had tried looking for a job, but in vain. People in his neighborhood were hesitant to lend him money when they got to know of his plight. That was when he had heard his son rant to his wife about the old man next door and the fortune he had been saving with the hopes of building a tombstone for his beloved wife someday. Desperation and frustration urged him to make a rash decision, and thus he made up his mind and broke into his house. He swiftly approached the wooden chest, broke the lock and heaved it open. The chest was filled with pictures of Ben's wife, some of her possessions and souvenirs, and a beautifully carved wooden box. Zach picked the wooden box and opened it slowly. As expected, the box contained some money and a neatly folded sheet of paper. He unfolded the paper and realized that it was a letter from Ben. Zach started reading it and froze in place. He stood there like a rock, and when he had finished reading the letter, he collapsed on the floor and broke down completely. He wailed, pounding his fists on the wooden planks, while the letter lay open by his side. It read, "Dear Zach, life had been miserable and meaningless after losing my beloved Emma. She had been the love of my life, my family, my all. She had taken away all my happiness and joy, and I was as lifeless as a piece of stone after her demise. I had no desire to live and was dolefully counting my last days on earth. That was when your son came into my life like a blessing. Young Henry breathed life into me and made me look forward to every day with hope. He strengthened me and brought a whole lot of meaning into my life and made me realize the joy little things can bring. He was a miracle indeed. How I wished we could have had a child like him. One day I was shattered when I'd heard of Henry's congenital heart condition from your wife. Life seems unfair even to an innocent little kid like him. The little boy deserves a good life, and I decided to do all it took to make sure he gets one. Since then, I have been saving every penny for him and not for Emma's tombstone. I'm sure that this is what she would have wanted too. I may probably be dead by the time you read this letter, but I would be blessing him and wishing him well wherever I may be. Save the lad's life, because he had saved mine, and I owe him one. Love, Ben. My dear listeners, this is a reminder of the power of love and human connections. Today, we live in a world where personal space and privacy have been so overvalued that genuine human connections are fading. How many of you truly interact with your neighbors? How often do you do that? The truth is, most of us don't. We are so caught up in our own lives, and to make things worse, many of us have started losing faith in humanity, overwhelmed by the horrific crimes we hear about. Trusting others has become harder. Doubt often overshadows kindness. It's heartbreaking that we've reached such a state. But let's not forget, the world is not entirely bad. Love and humanity still exist in the hearts of many, and they will continue to thrive. So let's start with something simple. A smile maybe. Pass on a smile each day and bring a little joy to the lives of those you meet. If you don't see kindness you're looking for in the world, why not you be the one to show it? Inspire young hearts and contribute to building a more compassionate society for your own kin, for the world of tomorrow. Spread the word, spread love, take care, have an amazing weekend.